I used to break myself down in sentences, try to make my truth sit comfortable. Used to overtalk my intention just so nobody felt uncomfortable. I used to soften every sharp edge so I wouldn't seem too much. But I got tired of shrinking my spirit for people that never held me up. Now I let the silence answer first. If you don't give me, that's your word. I don't bend just to be understood. I stand exactly where I should. I don't explain myself anymore. I don't knock on closed ass doors. If you question who I am, you already knock my people down. I don't rehearse my truth out loud. I don't beg to be allowed. If it don't click, I let it go. I don't explain myself anymore. I learned that clarity ain't loud. It don't argue, don't persuade. People who really see you don't need shit spelled out anyway. I'm done proving I'm enough. Done translating my soul. If you can't read me in my calm, you never deserve my overflow. I say less and mean it more. That's the peace I waited for. I don't chase understanding now. I let alignment come around. I don't explain myself anymore. I don't justify my growth. If you miss me where I am, you only knew the old version. Though I don't argue with confusion, I don't rescue lost assumptions. If you don't feel it, that's okay. I don't explain myself anyway. Silence ain't weakness, it's discernment. And I don't owe everybody access to my mind, my body, my becoming. Some people lost me when I stopped overgiving, and that's fine. They were meant to follow me here. Explain myself anymore. I let my life speak at the door. If you don't hear me when I'm calm, you won't hear me when I roar. I don't apologize for peace. I don't negotiate my needs. I'm clear, I'm grown, I'm sure. I don't explain myself anymore. If you know, you know, you don't. That's not my work anymore. Steps off, baby. This ain't just a vibe, it's a sanctuary.
You just walked into the Love Palace. Welcome to a daily dose of Dee. Wrap yourself in satin truth. This love ain't rushed, it's velvet smooth. Silk on your spirit, rose in your mouth. Let me show you what healing's really about. Ooh, she don't play with pleasure, nah. Only pours it where it's earned. Let it burn slow. A daily dose of Dee. Let the love run deep and free. One touch and you'll believe. She's the calm, she's the heat, she's the peace you need. Here in the Love Palace, where even broken ships sail smooth. Anchored down, baby, daily dose of Dee. Your prescription to feel seen. No refills, just show up and receive. Let your ships drift into healing seas. We don't chase waves, we ride them. She don't beg, she just glows.
The spark in the room. They tell you to dim it down, to fit the mold, to stay within the line, and do as you're told. They see a spark and call it a fire. They see a climb and call it a wire. But while but why settle for a whisper when you were born to roar? Why settle for the ceiling when you can be the floor? The walls, the chandeliers hanging from above. To be extra isn't a burden, it's a labor of self love. It's the glitter on the sidewalk, the lace on the sleeve, the courage to be the person that you believe. So let them stare, let them talk, let them see that being extra is the highest version of me. You ever walked into a room and feel like you're too much for people who barely show up as enough? Too loud, too bright, too expressive, too alive. They say you're extra, like it's a warning label. But what if it's actually a crown? What if the very thing they're trying to dim is the thing they were born to shine through? See, extra isn't just a word, it's a reaction, a response to someone refusing to shrink. Welcome to Daily Dose of Dee.
Regulate, then relate. Don't let your mood decide.
Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time of day you're watching Daily Dose of Dee. I am your host, GoddessDee of Love. It is Friday, y'all. It is Friday. It is Friday, y'all. It is Friday. Now, you know what? We need to clap it on up for Friday because we have made it. Oh, no. See, we need to clap it on up. Come on, let's clap it on up. Yes, yes. So here today at Daily Dose of D, it's Friday. So you know what we're gonna call this? Feeling Yourself Friday. Feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Okay. Feel Yourself Friday. So you think I'm a little extra today? Y'all think this is extra? Well, we're gonna get into it today. So with that being said, on this feeling yourself Friday, let's get into the word of the day. And that is extra. So there's two different parts of it. In the simplest form, being extra means doing more than what is necessary or expected. It's the behavior that's over the top, excessive, or dramatic, refusing to settle just or fine or okay. So then there's this Gen Z slang twist to it, right? When they be like, oh, you just being extra, right? That means someone who is unnecessarily dramatic, high maintenance, or putting it in a way more effort than the situation requires. They are doing the most, which we will say, most people say, with full main character energy. And let's not forget the quote of the day on this Feeling Yourself Friday. In a world of ordinary, choose to be extra because the only difference between ordinary and extraordinary is the little extra. And because too much is exactly enough. Yes, we're going to talk about it today here at Daily Dose of D on Feel Yourself Friday. We're going to talk about doing too much or being extra. This is going to be with a different twist. It might not be what you think it is. So let's go get into it and talk about it today, okay? Y'all ready? Let's talk about it. So let's go back into the definition again. The word extra simply means more than is what is usual, expected, or necessary. It comes from the Latin root extra, meaning outside of or beyond. So at its core, being extra literally means going beyond the standard, stepping outside the norm, and doing more than what is required. When we talk about being extra, we are diving into a concept that is all about the overflow. In its simplest form, being extra means doing what is necessary or expected in any given situation. It's that feeling of looking at a standard, basic requirement and deciding that it simply isn't enough to express who you are. It's the opposite of being a minimalist or low key. If a situation calls for a gentle hymn, the person who's extra shows up with the full symphony. It's a lifestyle of adding flavor, flair, and a little bit of theater to the mundane moments of your everyday life. Now, I talked about this. That the Gen Z evolution, they started putting a twist on this word extra, right? We move fast forward to today. Extra has taken on a whole personality, okay, people? When someone says you're extra, they usually mean you're doing the most or doing too much. You're overlaying expressive, dramatic, enthusiastic, and maybe even a little over the top in a situation that didn't necessarily call for all that energy. It can be playful, it can even be a little shady, y'all, or even a backhanded compliment, depending on the tone. To a younger generation, being extra is a way to describe someone who is unnecessarily dramatic, mhm, high maintenance, or over the top. While it shares space with different words like excessive or flamboyant, the modern slang version carries a specific punch, okay? It's often used interchangeable with the phrase doing the most. If you're leaning into your main character energy and making sure all eyes are on you through fashion, your reactions, your effort, you have officially entered the realm of extra. Okay. As I mentioned, there's very different phrases for this. Doing the most, over the top, dramatic, too much, or even bougie. hmm Depending on the content. But here's the thing, Love Palace family. Those words don't always carry the same energy. Extra sits right in the space between critique and admiration. So hold up for a second. Let me talk to you real quick, okay? Let me say this. You ever notice how you show up for everybody else? Answer the calls, give the advice. You just pour into people and somehow still forget to check in with you? Yeah, that part right there. This is your reminder that you deserve the same energy you give out, whether it's to take a moment to breathe, getting your thoughts out on a journal, or stepping into away from the noise for a minute. Do something that brings you back to yourself, even if it's extra. Not for the world, but for you. Because when you're grounded in who you are, extra is just who you are. Nobody else's opinion can shake you. All right. So don't go anywhere. When I come back, I'm going to go into this subject of being extra a little bit more deeper in a different perspective than what people think. Right after these messages.
When they say that thou art extra, remember that thou art extraordinary. So yes, your life too needs to be extra than ordinary. Galatians 11 verse 2.
You doing too much. You extra. You ain't got to dress up all the time. Baby, let me tell you something. You will always be called extra by someone who simply doesn't do enough or who simply can't. If the dress code is casual, I'm going to find a way to elevate it somehow. You know, just because. And what people don't understand is it's not just clothes. It's not just the way that you look. It is an energy. It is how you carry yourself. When you walk into a room, you just automatically get attention. You have a light inside of you. And they don't understand. Because they can't. Oh my God!
Delivery. There were nights I wrote you letters, tore them up before the dawn. Pages heavy with forgiveness, but too late to right the wrong. You weren't a villain, just broken, and maybe so was I. But I kept the peace too quiet, while my truth curled up to die. But I kept the peace too quiet, while my truth curled up to die. Maybe a slight key lift, or breathe through your tongue to show growth. Dear friend, can we talk? Let me say what I never said. Let me say what I never said. Oh, dear friend, can we talk? Let me say what I never said. Let me say what I never said. Break the rhythm. This is emotional truth telling. Sometimes healing sounds like trembling.
Welcome to Blended Healing. Welcome to Dear Friend. Let's talk.
Truth tiptoeing out of a throat full of storms. But today I won't choke it down. I deserve to be heard, even if it's by a ghost.
Welcome back, Love Palace family. Make sure you tune in tonight to Different at Blended Healing Realms at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When I tell you, she be having you all in your feels about that dear friend, but it's actually really good. So you actually get to release, you get to see how people might react to certain things. And if you want to be part of Dear Friend, you can also hit her up at shamakaessentials@gmail.com. She can write a letter, she can read it, or you can read it. It's a whole thing go over there. And it's not even extra. No, just kidding. Just kidding, y'all. But no, to be really serious, the link is going to be dropped in the chat. Make sure you come and join us at Dear Friend. All right? All right. So now we're back and we're talking about the art of being extra. Okay, we're talking about the art of being extra. Y'all ready to continue this discussion? You know, sometimes people be a little extra. I know I be extra. I ain't even gonna act like I don't know. I like being extra. But I want to put a different perspective on that word today. Now that you are centered and know the meaning, let's really get into it because this word extra gets thrown around so casually, but there's a deeper meaning behind it that most people don't even think about. And we're going to talk about it today. So, what does it really mean when someone says you're extra? If someone looks at you and tells you you're being extra, they're essentially pointing out that your volume is turned up higher than the rest of the room. They are noticing that you aren't blending into the background or following the social script or the crowd of being subtle. It means you're taking up more emotional and visual space than people are used to. Depending who is saying it, it might be marveling at your confidence, or they might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by your intensity. Either way, being extra is an acknowledgement that you are standing out. So, extra usually means you're exceeding what they expected from you. Maybe you dressed up when everyone else comes casual. I know I don't really know how to be casual. When they say there's a get together, it's just me. It's just part of my personality. Or maybe your bright, big energies enter into a calm room. People be like, they so loud. Or maybe you express emotions when others stay quiet. An example of that is I love to watch the Tyler Perry and Madea movies, right? Madea is going to express and say, and her little crew is going to say exactly what everybody else is thinking or how they're feeling when everybody else is being quiet. I think I do that a little bit too sometimes. It's not always about what you did, it's about how you made them feel. It's not about what you did, it's about how you made them feel. We see extra behavior everywhere once you start looking for it. Imagine just a casual Sunday brunch where everyone agreed to wear leggings or hoodies or jogger pants or hoodies for the men. But one person strolls in wearing a full length sequin gown or a full suit. Full, they face for the women is all glammed up, the men's all shaved because they felt the vibe, their own vibe. That's being extra. It's the person who asked to bring a simple side dish to a potluck, y'all. Just bring, just a little side dish, but they show up with a 5-tier organic charcuterie board decorated with edible gold leaves and all that. It shows up also in our digital lives too. Like a simple happy birthday text isn't enough. So you create a 3-minute thematic video with a professional soundtrack and a voiceover. Hey, don't get me wrong, I like that. I'm just saying. It's about taking a normal moment and inflating it into what effort and passion until it becomes expected. Imagine showing up, like I said, to a luncheon with heels clicking, confidence loud. That's extra. Or throwing a surprise party with decorations and the themes and whole performance when it's simply just a birthday dinner. Even sending a long emotional paragraph instead of a quick I'm fine is considered extra, y'all. Those are some examples of extra, But to me, that might just be the person and who they are. So wait a minute. Pause for a second. Real life check in right here, okay? Have you ever noticed how quick people are to label something instead of understanding it? Like instead of why you feel, asking why you feel deeply, why you show up feel fully, and why you express the way you do, they just sum it up in one word, extra, and keep it moving. Meanwhile, you're just being you. No script, no filter, no watered down version, unapologetically you. So, this is just a little reminder, family. In the middle of all this, don't let quick opinions make you second guess your full expression. Mhm. So, take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back, and stay rooted in who you are. And I'll be right back right after these messages. Stay with me.
So, what is the difference between extraordinary and ordinary? Either you want to be regular or you don't. And if you don't want to be regular, I have to be extra. I'm really trying to take it there. I'm really trying to be the leader of the team. I really want to be captain. I got to be extra. I got to go hard. I really got to put the work in. So don't let nobody, man, talk you out of putting the extra work in, putting in extra time, being extra. Cause you really trying to be extraordinary. Who wants to just be regular? You know what I mean? You gonna chill. You gonna be too cool. You gonna cool your way out of a win. You gonna cool your way to being regular. Just too cool to put in the work. Don't be too cool to actually do the work. Put the time in. Put the effort in. Put the energy in to actually become something. You just gonna cool your way at the bottom. And you know what I mean? Come on now.
She don't rush when she stepping. She don't rush when she stepping. She let the room lean in. Roots deep, yeah, she grounded. Still fly when she move with them. Plants on the altar, smoke in the air. She been healing while she right here. She don't chase what's ready. She aligned and it appeared. No, why? Mind right, body, body, loose spirit, talk when she move. Holistic royalty like cows. She don't say much, you can't tell. Holistic royalty, she move well. Mind, body, spirit, all in sync, she well. Holistic royalty like cows. She don't say much, you can't tell.
Welcome back, beautiful souls. If you did not get an opportunity to do the meditation and the bed yoga this morning with Holistic Royalty by Kels, you can go ahead and run that back, okay? It was so good. That's especially the bed yoga. I enjoyed it today. It's a lot of stretching. So if you want to end your night calm, relaxed, and cool, go ahead and go to Holistic Royalty by Kels. That information will be dropped into the chat for you, okay? You can always tap in with her every Mondays and Fridays. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. You might need to hit that notification button because you never know when Holistic Royalty by Kels is gonna pop up. Okay. So thank you all for being here. Welcome back to this discussion at Daily Dose of Dee about being extra. Because now we're getting into the part that people don't always want to talk about. So what we did here, we defined what it was, right? We talked about how it shows up, And you might be thinking about time someone's even said it to you, right? But here's where things are going to shift just a little bit because not every your extra hits the same way. Let's be real, family. It's all about the context, right? The context matters. The question of whether extra is an insult is all about the intention behind the word. Let me say that again. The question of whether extra is an insult is all about the intention behind the word. Y'all like how I had that different sound effect? Because I'm being extra. Anyway, sometimes it can be used as a subtle critic, implying that someone is being too much to handle or they're seeking attention in ways that in the way that feels exhausting to others. However, in many circles, it has become a badge of honor. It is a way of saying that you refuse to be boring. Okay? While some might use it to trim and dim your light, many people use it to celebrate someone who brings life and excitement into a dull environment. Okay? It's only an insult, family, if you let someone else preference for plain dictate your spark, your sprinkle, your fire. Okay? Sometimes extra is said to be with a laugh. Like, girl, or you so extra, and it feels like love. Other times it comes with a judgment, like someone trying to tone you down. You being a little extra. That's where the question comes in. Is someone extra as an insult or as a compliment? The truth is, it depends on who's saying it and how you receive it. That's just that simple. Because when a person calls someone extra, another person calls it passion, personality, effort, and authenticity, or being unapologetically yourself. So, how do you respond when somebody's saying you being extra? Mm, how you respond to being called extra is going to tell the world exactly how you feel about yourself. If you want to be witty and confident, you might tell them that you ain't extra, but they are simply basic. That's one of them TikTok phrases. And there is a big difference between the two. For more for a more playful extra, it's an accepting approach. You can simply own it by saying, guilty as charged. Yep, boo, I'm being extra. Why have a slice when you can have the whole pie? Okay? If you prefer to be simple and direct, you just can explain that you enjoy putting effort into things that you love to do. Even if it feels like criticism, you can stand your ground by saying that you would much rather be too much than not enough. hmm If you're feeling witty and confident, you may say something like, I'm not extra, I'm just not basic, or I like my life with a little flavor, with a little sauce. Like, clock all that tea. You feel me? That's the kind of response that owns the energy without shrinking. Now, if you want to be playful and accepting, you can laugh it off and say, I know, I can't help it. I care too much. Or somebody's got to bring the sparkle and the shine. It helps keep things light without dimming yourself. If it feels like criticism and you want to keep it simple and direct, you may say something like this: that's just how I express myself. Or, I'm comfortable being me. That's no drama, it's just clarity of who you are. Hold on. Before we go deeper, let me ask you something. When was the last time you chose yourself without overthinking it? Yeah, exactly. If you've been pouring into everybody else and forgetting your own cup, it might be time to realign and be extra. Whether that's expressing yourself through journaling, right? Detoxing your energy, or just sitting in silence for 5 minutes without your phone. Do something for you, because being extra starts with being full and not empty. Extra can be a beautiful thing, family. It means you care deeply. It means you bring energy into spaces that might feel dull or boring without you. It means you're expressive, creative, and unafraid to show up fully. The world often rewards people who stand out, not the ones who blend in quietly. This is the truth. The world often rewards people that stand out, but not the ones who stand out, that ones who blend in quietly. Being extra can mean you celebrate big, you love loudly, you dress boldly, and you speak freely. That's not a flaw, that's present. That's not impact, that's life. The only time, family, the only time extra becomes a problem is when you're performing for validation instead of expressing from authenticity. Let me go ahead and say that again for you. The only time extra becomes a problem is when you're performing for validation from others instead of expressing your full, authentic self. hmm That's when it's a problem. But what if you're doing comes from a real place? What if your extra comes from a real place? That's not extra, that's you being aligned. So maybe the real question isn't, am I extra? Maybe it's, I'm being true to myself. Because extra, as I said, is actually something beautiful. It stems from a passion of high standards. Extra people are usually the ones who make life worth living. They are the ones who decorate the office, who plan the elaborate surprises, and who have the energy to bring out the party. It takes a massive amount of self assurance to be unapologetically over the top in a world that often rewards being quiet or shutting down, being fake or phony. When you choose to be extra, you're giving everyone around you a silent permission slip to stop hiding their own light and start living with more color and enthusiasm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So, Love Palace family, let me leave you with these words on being extra. Matter of fact, won't we just take the extra mile? Y'all feel me? Because they told you to quiet down, so you whispered your magic. They told you to calm down, so you fold your fire. They told you that you were too much, but never asked why there was so little. See, being extra is not your burden to carry. It's your light refusing to be dim. It's your spirit saying, I would not shrink to fit a space that was never meant to hold me. So laugh loud, dress bold, feel deeply, and speak freely. Because the truth is, family, you're never too much. You just weren't enough to understand your fullness. And that's not your problem. That's your power. They say the extra mile is never crowded. And that's because most people are afraid of the walk. They're afraid of the sweat, the shine, the talk that follows when you move a little differently. But GoddessDee Love is here to tell you to stay extra, stay vibrant, and stay loud. Be the person who cares too much in a world that tries to act like it doesn't care at all. Be the one who dresses up for no reason other than the fact that you woke up today, and that's worth celebrating. Be the one who laughs, the one who laughs the loudest at the table and loves with heart, and that refuses to be contained by a standard box. Yes, extra is your essence. It's the unique signature you leave on every room you walk into. Don't let anyone edit your pages, shorten your hemline, or tell you to lower your voice. If they find you to be too much, it's simply because they have grown too comfortable with not enough. Tell them to feed their less somewhere else, because here in the Daily Dose of Dee, we don't just keep existing, we overflow. We don't just live, we live extra. So keep the glitter, keep the drama, keep the fire, because the world is too far dim without your glow. Stay bold, stay bright, always, always stay extra. Because you know what? I'm extra. I'm no longer waiting for permission to be unapologetically me. I give myself full authority to live in my purpose, and so should you. All right, Love Palace family. It's still Feeling Yourself Friday. Go ahead and be extra in your own authentic way, okay? Because did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said to y'all? Let me go ahead and say that again to y'all. Because me, Goddess D is extra. I no longer wait for permission to be unapologetically me. All this. I give myself full authority to live in my purpose, and so should you. All right. So I'm going to let you go today on this Feeling Yourself Friday. Okay. Go feel it. Feel yourself. Be extra of who you are. Okay. Shout out to the replay game. Peace and love to everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I want to see you over at Blended Healings, dear friend. Can we talk? Dear friend, Can We Talk? That's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? I hope to see you all there. Have a nice, safe, peace, abundant, prosperous, extra weekend. And I will see you real soon. Peace and love.
Where the love at? I see black hatred. Come on, brother. Why come y'all still be on that fake shit? Come on, brother. How you black hating on blacks? That shit racist. Come on, brother. If they don't give it back to us, then should we just take it? Come on, brother. Where the love at? I see black hatred. I see it. Brother. Why come y'all still be on that fake shit? Come on, brother. How you black hating on blacks? That shit racist. That's crazy. Brother. If they don't give it back to us, then should we just take it? Come on, brother. Brother. Come on, brother. Yeah, each one and teach one. Come on, brother. Go. Brother. You tired of seeing people suffer, my brother? Go, brother. Hey, come on, still in that emergency state. Go ready the date. If we don't get our act right, it just might be too late. No longer the wait, it's about time we elevate. I know you love to talk down and debate, but how we gon' find a way to keep the kids from getting hit by bullets dead straight on the switch of a gun that didn't fucked up the aim? Don't trip, I'm still pulling up on Saturday at 2 or even 2:30. Big mouthpiece back to clear up your vision, cause I know it's been getting blurry. They say that boy ain't funny, and he's strictly good vibes only. COC money land, and this G is still a homies. Don't forget every other mental health money that come pull up on me. At about 2:45, we can't go live like it's us only. Surely but surely, old boy said he my dog, but this I heard he been hating on me. Hey, hold up, homie, come on, brother. Where the love at? I see black hatred. Come on, my sister, don't you know you are destined for greatness? Come on, sister, I put big brother mouthpiece in your playlist. Come on, sister, with your twin husband, see that's tasteless. Come on, sister, where the love at? I see black hatred.
When people call you extra, just look them in their face and say, am I extra or are you basic?
Get away from people that are telling you you're doing too much. Because the only people that will tell you you're doing too much are the people who are not doing enough themselves. People will see your action taking and think you're doing too much. They're comparing you to their own action taking and what they think is right. The majority of the time when someone tells you you're doing too much, it is not a life or death situation. It is just them feeling a certain type of way because you're doing more than them.
Love like she don't just love, she heals and keep. Let go, let flow. Daily dose of Dee. In the land is free. In the love palace, ships dock even here. Whispering back when your heart needs reminding. D is divine, D is daily, D is love, a daily dose.